The Kitchen Angle Show. A Jersey native. Home of everything and anything. Your host, Mike.
When did you hear the grant was made?
2015.
2015. Who was president then? I wonder. Please, in the back.
Thank you, Mr. President. U.S. intelligence is saying this week that the coronavirus likely came from a level 4 lab in Wuhan. There's also another report that the NIH, under the Obama administration in 2015, gave that lab $3.7 million in a grant. Why would the U.S. give a grant like that to China?
The Obama administration gave them a grant of $3.7 million. I've been hearing about that. And we've instructed that if any grants are going to that area, we're looking at it literally about an hour ago, and also early in the morning. We will end that grant very quickly, but it was granted quite a while ago. They were granted a substantial amount of money. We're going to look at it and take a look, but I understand it was a number of years ago. Right?
So you are.
When did you hear the grant was made?
2015.
2015. Who was president then? I wonder.
All right, guys, welcome back to the show. Welcome to the show, actually. Not welcome back, but welcome to today's show, so to speak. Sorry about that, guys. Got to get my wording correctly. I took a couple days off, so back to the show. Happy Wednesday to everyone. Today's April 22nd, 2020. I got a lot to talk about today on today's show. Just heard a sound bite of President Trump trolling the media once again. This media just doesn't stop. They're like the Terminators of the mainstream media. They use anything and everything to basically go against this guy, and it just shows you that the media will not stop. I mean, they won't stop. They won't stop in unleashing their fury on this president. I mean, it's terrible. It really is, folks. I mean, we're going through some unprecedented times, right now in the world, and let alone, I mean, just a simple virus. It just shows you how much effect it has on the entire world. I mean, let alone the United States. I mean, the death tolls, I think I just looked at it just earlier this morning. The death tolls for the world right now, I believe, is at it's up there. I know it's up there. I might be off by a couple numbers, but it's up there. We're gonna have to get it pulled up here because it's going back and forth. It really is. I tell people all the time, just common sense. The only way you're going to beat this thing is just common sense. Common sense. Because common sense, folks, will beat anything. It really will. With that being said, welcome to today's show. Got a lot to talk about. Oh, we got the poll here. The poll is let's see, as of March 23rd, it was below 500. Then April 1st, it rised up above 1,000. April 10th went up to 1,500. April 19th, currently, I guess we can say in this week, it's currently dropped actually. So the curve is flattened a little bit. It actually from April 1st to April 10th. It went up a little bit, but then from April 1st to now, it's flattening out a little bit. So right now, it's a little bit below about 1,500. So I mean, that's pretty good. That's pretty good statistics. Let's see, worldwide. What are we looking at worldwide? Worldwide, there's a confirm of 2,603,147 cases recovered. about 701,426 deaths worldwide is 180,784. That's a lot, folks, but it's pretty good, when you look at it at a standpoint. United States showing about 46,000 deaths right now from it. And, I hate to read these numbers off, folks, but, the statistics are going down a little bit, shows the lowest right now, believe it or not, is actually China with only 4,642 lower deaths than the United States. Now, a lot of people can say, what are they doing right or what are they doing wrong? Maybe they're practicing their social distancing a little bit better. It did originate from China. But, like I said, folks, the only way you're going to beat this thing is common sense. It's the only way you're going to beat it is common sense. Because, like I said, common sense will override anything in this world today. I understand a lot of people are sick. A lot of people have underlying health issues. Those people need to stay home. They can't go out. They can't do this. They can't do that. I know it sucks, but it is the way it is. Those people that can go out, that don't show a high risk, should be able to work, should be able to go out, grocery stores, buy food for their families, those that have high risk. Okay. And I get a lot of, and guys, folks, this is just my personal opinion, because I get a lot of comments from a lot of friends and family saying, well, if I go out and buy them groceries, I'm likely to, have the actual virus itself and give it to those that have the underlying. Folks, here's where the common sense scenario gets put in place. If you have folks, family members, friends, whatever, loved ones that are high risk for contracting this thing, you go out, you put your mask on, do whatever you have to do to protect yourself. Go out, get the groceries, get whatever they need done. Okay. You go back to their house, you deliver the groceries with your mask on. Folks, you're not gonna give anybody the virus if you do it that way. That's common sense. Where has common sense is not being ruled in this whole scenario. That's just common sense. There's no manual for common sense. There's no instruction manual for common sense. It's just, I just don't understand how people think today. Oh, that's why unemployment is being ruled in effect. Well, yeah, that's great and all dandy and everything. People not working, people going on unemployment and stuff. That's great. But here's the thing. How is that helping people? Yeah, they're on unemployment right now. They're out of work. They're staying home, the ones that are high risk. But how is that helping them from going out and getting groceries? How is that helping from them ordering, say, through services like Postmates or delivery services to deliver the groceries? Not everybody wears a mask. Not everybody's going to practice that. So how's that helping them? Answer that question for me. And like I said, I'm here all day. I'll wait. It's just common sense, folks. That's all. Common sense. That being said, guys, welcome to today's show. I'm going to take a quick break, and I got a lot more to say after these words.
Hey guys, if you're out there trying to look for a new product, a natural product, you want to get off the strong medications, the strong everything in this crazy world today we live in. Look no further than HempWorks. HempWorks, what is it? Guys, it's a natural supplement. It's healthy for your body. It's through the natural blend of marijuana, but basically, it's crazy to say that, but HempWorks is actually legal, folks. You can buy it in stores, online stores, everywhere. Basically what it is an oil type of formula that you can basically spread all over your body. I'm telling you what, folks, this stuff works like wonders. It really does. It's a tremendous product. And I'm telling you what, I use it myself for things that, sometimes I go through, like headaches and just everyday stress levels. You apply it on your forehead, boom. God, it's like a miracle. I call it the miracle pill, so to speak, but it's oil based. And I tell you what, guys, that headache goes away within minutes. Try HempWorks. Just log on to HempWorks.com. You can Google it, HempWorks, HEMPWORX. Make sure you put the X at the end. So it's HempWorks. Google that right now, guys. I'm telling you what, there's, so many different products on their page that you can, you can scroll through, look at it, see if it's the right product for you first. And I'm telling you what, guys, this product, you're going to love it. They stand by their money too. So, Google HempWorks today, guys. You'll love it.
Hey guys, back to the show. Just had to take a quick little break, but I'm back for you, the listener. On today's show, we're talking about a lot. We're talking about, we're talking about Trump trolling the media. He's been doing that ever since this whole pandemic thing has started. This media just won't leave him alone. They won't leave him alone. And I was reading an article, a really good article, and there's going to be a lot of people that are going to criticize this statement here, probably most likely, but that's okay. That's why I'm here. But they're trolling the media. He's trolling the media because the media won't leave him alone about. And like I said, I was talking about that earlier before, and then I got into the whole, another segment of just common sense with this whole thing. It's just common sense. Everybody has to practice it. The media, the general public, everybody. But I got into this article here, and I think I have we have a soundbite. Hey Doug, do we have we do? Okay, I'll play the soundbite here in a little bit. But right now, currently, okay, this is where all 50 states are standing on trying to reopen. Because I don't know if you heard through the grapevine a few days ago, but state governors and city mayors around the U.S. are trying to get their states to try to reopen, which is a good thing. Don't get me wrong; it is a good thing. It helps the economy. Because let's face it, folks, that $1,200 or whatever money you got from the government, a week ago or a week and a half ago, it's going to help. It was supposed to. I don't know if anybody realized this though, but those checks that were sent out, folks, those were supposed to try to recreate the U.S. economy again. It wasn't, for you to say, hey, here's $1,200 from the government. Go have fun. Go spend it on, TVs and laptops and new cell phones, watches, clothing or whatever. It wasn't, in a way, but it's also meant to help you, the American consumer, the taxpayer, the people that are struggling right now, that, put essential items on that table, such as food. What's an essential item? Oh, let's say food is one of them. Clothing is another one. Hygiene product is another one. Stuff like that. Those are all essential items, you can go online right now. You can Google what's an essential item to buy, and all those items are going to pop up. What's not an essential item? A TV. You can live without a TV, right? You can most likely live without a cell phone to an extent, that new Apple Watch, you can live without that. Those are not essential items, folks. So that the checks that were sent out were supposed to help stimulate the U.S. economy on essential items. But people are looking at the all wrong way. But back to the story here. Kind of went off a little bit, but basically this is where all the 50 states are standing on reopening right now. According to a new poll, there's more than 90% of the U.S. population is still currently under a stay-at-home or shelter-in-place order as the coronavirus pandemic continues to upend life as we know it. Okay, but right now, folks, the worries right now for the country here is everybody's watching out for their wallets and watching out. For a roof over their head, and make sure that, they have food on the table. That's the main worry. Mental health has been a big issue on this as well, too. People that are suffering from mental health on a regular standpoint, before this all happened, because mental health is probably one of the main causes of death as we know it today in this world is mental health. Mental health, folks, the death from mental health, folks suffering from mental health is at an all-time high. People that suffer from depression, anxiety, bipolarism, schizophrenia, those are all mental health symptoms. Those folks are suffering very, very badly from all this. But the question is, when will things go back to normal? We don't know when they're going to go back to normal. Will this be the new norm for a while? Sadly, yes, it is. It is the new norm for now. There's a lot of people that are, I have to admit myself, I'm missing my restaurants. I'm missing my bars. I mean, I can tell you right now, I go to a bar every now and then and have a few drinks with a friend of mine, and just to catch up. I'm missing all that. But now, folks, we have to do what's called practice social distancing. You see somebody sick or you see somebody with a mask or whatever, you have to stay 6 feet away from one another. Back to common sense, folks. I hate to say it. I hate to be the jerk of the conversation here, but shouldn't you be practicing that in normal life? You see somebody that's sick, you walk the other direction. You don't go up to them and after they cough and sneeze in front of your face and say, "Oh, hey, how you doing, buddy? Shake my hand. Put all the germs on my hand. Let me go wipe my face with it so I can get sick." People are just getting dumber and dumber, I think, sometimes. But anyway, President Donald Trump has indicated many states can reopen by May 1st. So he's given that executive order to all the states here in the country that they can open by May 1st. And we're starting to see states actually considering that advice. I live in the state of Georgia myself. So Georgia, the next 48 hours is considering on opening not everything, but little by little, they're going to be opening within the next 48 to 135 hours from now. In the next couple of days from now, they're going to start reopening, which is a good thing, I think, in a way. Is it too soon to open? In my eyes, yes and no. You can reopen to an extent, okay? But in my personal opinion, you need to have advice, from your local, your local authorities, such as your local government, which is also considered a state government. You have to have advice from, from medical and science officials, what the right approaches are to take those correct measures. But folks, whether you want to look at it or not, you cannot keep this country closed down forever. I've mentioned it on a few of my episodes already about this scenario. You can't keep a country closed down. You just can't. What it does is it creates the pandemic worse than it actually is, because then it creates a new norm for people. Then it has people believing, oh boy, I am to live my life inside of a house or a dormitory for the rest of my life. I can't have any social activities. I can't go out. I can't jog. I can't go to a restaurant. I can't go to a bar. I can't go to a movie theater. I can't go to a park with my kids. I can't do this. I can't do that. when you look at that, do you know what you're doing to the human mind, the human brain? You are redesigning it in a way to where it creates itself a new norm. It creates a new scenario in the human brain and anatomy to understand new things in life that are not normal, that we cannot contrast, that we cannot understand and comprehend. So it creates a big burden. I'm told we do have a list here. Here's the latest on where the states stand in the plan to reopen. So we do have a list here. Here's the list here that I've gotten. I was able to put on the show here. Starting with Alabama. The governor of Alabama issued a stay-at-home order set to expire on April 30th. Okay, so April 30th, I'm told that through this list here that the state will be able to reopen after its stay-at-home order is to expire on the 30th. So that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good stuff. So about another 8 days that order will be lifted. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Alaska, their order is expired on April 21st, which was actually yesterday. So as of yesterday, I guess they can start, planning to reopen. I mean, these are just, I don't want to go through state by state, but, maybe a couple more and then that's it. We'll go on another subject. Arizona, again, April 30th. Arkansas, again, April 16th. But I guess they're going to wait until around the 1st. So a lot of these are, California, what was it? California here. California, I'm guessing April 13th, which was a week and a half ago. I mean, these are all big numbers here. Florida, April 30th. Good state, Florida. Probably one of the states that have the one of the greatest economies in the country. Florida, a lot of tourism in Florida. They actually getting a little winded here. Guys, you talk, you get winded sometimes. They rely mostly on their tourism as an economy. International economy in Florida, from other people coming into their state, Mickey Mouse, Mickey Mouse got to make that money in Florida. So that's good news for Florida. Like I just mentioned, Governor Brian Kemp here in Georgia is going to release that order on April 30th. So, there's a lot of good states, planning to reopen. A lot of people are a little upset, a little worried, saying it might be too soon. But it's something that needs to be done, folks. Like I said, you can't keep this country closed. You can't keep it closed. You keep it closed too long, you're going to create a pandemic worse than it actually is. It's just the way it is, folks. Just the way it is.
Authority you have to reopen right now, the same way that it's up to the states to shut it down. It's up to them to reopen.
I have great authority if I want to use it. I would rather have the states use it. I would rather, and this is so shocking for me. A lot of people are saying, wow, he's really very reasoned, isn't he? A lot of people are shocked. They think I'd do it. I have absolute authority to use it. But so far, our relationship with governors and the job they're doing, I haven't had to do it. Would I do it if I saw a state that was out of control and they didn't have the stay-at-home policy? I would do it in a heartbeat.
Jeff, Mr. President, there's obviously a lot of interest in how you're going to make that decision.
It's a very big decision. I don't know that I've had a bigger decision than that when you think, right?
I would think.
Think of that decision. Somebody said it's totally up to the president. I saw this one. It's totally up, and it is. I don't know that I've had a bigger decision, but I'm going to surround myself with the greatest minds. Not only the greatest minds, but the greatest minds in numerous different businesses, including the business of politics and reason. And we're going to make a decision, and hopefully it's going to be the right decision. I will say this. I want to get it open as soon as we can. We have to get our country open, Jeff.
You say, sir, what metrics you will use to make that decision?
The metrics right here. That's my metrics. That's all I can do. I can listen to 35 people.
Common sense,
At
folks.
the end, I've got to make
But
a
I've been
decision.
saying common sense.
And I didn't think of it until yesterday. I said, this is a big decision. But I want to be guided. I'm going to be guided by them. I'm going to be guided by our vice president. I'm going to make a decision based on a lot of different opinions. Some will maybe disagree, and some I'd love to see it where they don't disagree. Will there be risks? There's always going to be a risk that something can flare up. There's always going to look at what's happening where countries are trying to get open and there's a flare up and they'll go. But I'd like the flare up to be very localized so that we can control it from a local standpoint without having to close. There's always a risk. This is genius that we're fighting. We're fighting this hidden enemy, which is genius. Okay, it's genius. The way it's attacked so many countries at so many different angles, and I mean, you take a look at what's going on. And the greatest doctors in the world, I think they're close, by the way, but they haven't figured it out yet. Look what it's done to some people. I mean, some people it's grabbed, and it's a horrible way to go. You want to know the truth? It's a horrible, and then other people it hardly has an impact on. We talked about it. It's sniffles. It's less. They don't even know they had anything. And some people. I looked at New York this morning, and I look at what's happening and the amount of people that are dying and dying, violently dying. It's a very tough adversary, but we're going to win, and we're going to win it. We're going to win it very decisively. I'm going to have to make a decision.
All right, guys, we're going to stop it right there. Here's the thing. What is this all teaching us? This whole pandemic, this whole social distancing, this whole wash your hands for 20 seconds. What is it? I forgot what it was. Were they 20 seconds, Doug? Wash your hands for 20 seconds. Dry them off. I mean, what is this all teaching us? What is this all teaching us, guys? Is this more about a new disease or a virus or a pandemic or whatever you want to call it? Or is it more about to teach us to take care of one another? I mean, because that's what it all boils down to. Take care of yourself. Stop relying on modern medicine to live your life. Let me explain something to you. And maybe this will make sense to some of you. Maybe it won't. But if it doesn't make sense to some of you, that's okay. Because there's a lot of things that some people just don't understand. It's not that they're stupid, or dumbfounded. They just don't understand it because their mind is wrapped around so many other things that, the media, the general public, the world, explains to them. But here's something for you, the listener, to understand. Okay. Before technology, before modern medicine, before all these great things we have in this world today, where was the world at 50, 60, 100, 200, 300 years ago? They didn't have all this stuff. They didn't have modern medicine. Somebody had a cold, somebody had a headache. There wasn't medicine then. There might have been like small amounts of it, but there wasn't a large consumption of medicine that we have today in this world. They didn't go to the drugstore. Half the time, drugstores didn't exist 200, 300, 400 years ago. People got a cold, people got a virus, a disease. Sadly, some of them died. You can look up the archives, and you would be baffled on somebody just dying from a simple common cold. Yeah, you have a sniffle. Somebody would have died from that. But you understand why people die than people versus people living today healthy in this world. Your body is a machine. Your body is an element. Your body is a tool. Whatever you want to call it, it is your personal vessel to your personal world of what you live in. Now, when you destroy that vessel, when you destroy that machine, you destroy your way of life. You destroy your philosophy on creating a positive outlook to your future, of your world, your personal world. Because you can either do it the right way or you can do it the hard way. Now, doing it the hard way is just not living correctly in my own personal aspect. Now, do I believe in modern medicine? I believe in it to an extent. To an extent. I believe that if you need to be on medication, sure. If it makes you live and keeps you breathing every minute of the day, sure, you should be on medication. But do you have to pop that pill, folks, every single day? Do you have to take that cough syrup? Do you have to do all that stuff? You don't. You don't need medication to live your life. What creates a healthy life, and I can tell you from my own personal experience, like I said, I'm not a big personal fan of medication. Never have, never will. My parents were never really, including my mother, was never really a big fan of giving us medication when we were kids. I mean, we would go outside, play in the dirt, play in the mud. There was a creek that ran across our backyard. We would play in the creek, with frogs and different things. And I tell you what, we were always told you build your immune system as a child, because by the time you're 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years old, your immune system is the greatest in the world. I'm sure that there's underlying health issues that can occur and arise from all that, such as diabetes, asthma. But folks, those are unfortunate, that are conditions that people can be born with. Okay. Those are the type of people that need to be on medication, that need to watch their health, because unfortunately, those people were born with those type of conditions. Now, if you're not born with an underlying health issue, okay, there is no reason in hell that you should be on medication. The only pill you should be taking is a vitamin. That's the only pill I take, folks. And I believe this whole pandemic is a life lesson of what people need to look at life as. Stop relying on medication, because medication, folks, is killing you. I always say, and I always will say this: medication will kill you faster than a virus or disease will. It will. It will. You would be baffled to know what the hell is in medication, modern medication today. A lot of cancerous, dangerous things are in medication today. Oh, but sure, Mike, we need medication, to live our lives. Sure. Okay. Keep digesting those cancerous things inside your body. And then 10, 20 years from now, you go to the doctor, you're diagnosed with cancer and everything. Well, you wonder why you were diagnosed with cancer, because you just got done putting freaking cancerous crap in your body for the last 10 years from medication. Folks, it's something that needs to be brought upon the general public. Stop relying on this medication that is being made in factories. First of all, you don't even know where these factories are. You don't know who the people are handling this type of medication, these type of pills. I don't trust one damn thing of people that handle modern medicine today. I don't. And with that being said, I'm going to go on to the next article here. But I'm going to go on to the next article here on just different things that I believe in. I just showed you that, the media will do anything they can. Spent my first half of the show explaining that the media will do everything they can to destroy this agenda that this president has. Is he doing a bad job? No, he's not doing a bad job, but he's got to stop listening to the wrong set of people. That's my own personal opinion. Folks, we'll be right back. Hey, Mike with the Kitchen Angle Podcast. In these crazy times we're living through, everybody's wondering, how I'm a little nervous about ordering food. I'm a little nervous about going to the grocery store. How should I put food on the table? A lot of people turning to ride-sharing apps such as Postmates, DoorDash, Uber Eats. Guys, those are all great avenues to go through. But how well do you trust that driver in handling your food? Well, the question is, there's a big trust issue today. That's why I always screen my drivers first before handling the food. And what you can do about this, folks, is a very, very simple method. What I mean by screening it in today's crazy times we live through is there are features on the app that you can actually call the driver itself. Okay? And you can specifically tell your driver that you want to have that driver put gloves on and a mask on when handling your food and delivering your food. Okay? Because you have that option, folks, to basically cancel your order right out through the app. And you will get usually a full refund through the app. And these times, folks, there are customer service through these apps that will understand your situation, understand your thoughts on everything, and usually refund your money. Folks, it's just common sense. Common sense today will cure everything. Hey guys, back to the show. We're going to wrap it up here soon. Hope everybody enjoyed today's episode. Got a little deep with just the sight of angry media. just everybody just going crazy today. Going crazy. I played a couple sound bites here. It just shows you so much anger still in the country today. No one's happy with this president. They'll never be happy with this president. Oh boy. But we have fun. We have fun on the show, don't we? Oh boy. Sometimes I watch these sound clips. Sometimes I watch these videos and I just laugh. I laugh because the reason why I laugh is because these people, these media journalists, they get paid very good amount of money to basically they're making an ass of themselves right on national television, and embarrassing themselves because they don't know common sense. They don't know anything of what they're saying. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. But very loud here today in the studio. We got the landscapers outside doing some work here, which is very odd for a Wednesday. They're usually here on a Saturday, but I guess they have to reinsert their schedule here. But I'm going to play one more soundbite here because we have fun on the show. We like to play the sound bites, and you could just see the anger alone of this one right here is from CBS reporter and fury back and forth with Trump. And Trump, it seems like he loses it, and he fires back at this woman. Oh, you got to hear this. You got to hear this. It's quite amusing.
Right now, you're so disgraceful. It's so disgraceful the way you said it. Let me just listen. I just went over it.
This rant's supposed to make people
I just went over
in
it.
an unprecedented crisis.
Nobody thought we should do it, and when I did it,
But what did you do with the time that you got?
you're a fake. You know that your whole network, the way you cover it, is fake, and most of you, and not all of you. But the people are wise to you. That's why you have a lower approval rating than you've ever had before, times probably 3. I'm supposed to close up the United States of America when I have no cases.
You didn't close it down in the middle of March. You didn't close it down
I
earlier.
closed down from China.
January.
Excuse me. I closed it down from China. And by the way, some people think I should have waited longer and maybe ridden it out. I disagree with them, okay? But it was thought of. That was an alternative. There are a lot of people that would have said, let's write it out. Now, I'll give you the good news. If I would have done that, it would have been, I think, catastrophic. Because their numbers are, Anthony, 1.6 to 2.2 million people would have died if we tried to do that.
The argument is that you bought yourself some time and you didn't use it to prepare hospitals. You didn't use it to ramp up testing. Right now,
You're so disgraceful. It's so disgraceful the way you said it. Let me just listen. I just went over it.
Or this grant's supposed to make people
I just went over it.
in an unprecedented crisis.
Nobody thought we should do.
You didn't do this. You didn't do that. You didn't do this. You didn't do that. I mean, shut up, lady. Shut up. Sounds like a little child. I don't know what it is. Sounds like a little child. It really does. No one's going to be never happy. No one's ever going to be happy with how this man is running this country. There's people unemployed. There's people at home. Well, yeah, lady. They can't go outside because if they go outside, they're going to catch the corona, right? Oh, God. Oh, boy. You can't have one and one, lady. You can't have one piece of the pie and then expect the whole damn pie in return. You can't. It's just life doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. When people start figuring out how life really works, and maybe people will understand how life is. But until that, you have to deal with idiots like this. A CBS reporter, and then other reporters for that matter too, that just don't understand life. That don't understand life. Guys, thank you very much for joining into today's show. And as always, we'll see you on the next one.
You just heard an episode of the Kitchen Angle Show, an Anchor podcast.